siamo noi, I campioni dell'Italia siamo noi, siamo noi, siamo noi, I campioni dell'Italia siamo noi. Ragazzi, what's going on? Adriano here from the Calcio guys. Listen, I'm still full of emotion after Milan's victory to secure the 19th Scudetto in club history last week. Listen, a week has gone by and I still can't stop singing. So we reached out to many different Milan fans that we've connected with on social media, if it be Instagram, Twitter, wherever it may be. Just wanted to get a sense of what people are feeling and just put out some content to show, you know, some raw, unedited videos and emotions that are going to come out from some of our Milan friends from around the world. So definitely continue on the rest of the video to witness all this. And guys, there's nothing much for me more to say. Have a listen, and just, you know, Milan fans out there, just keep on smiling and riding this Scudetto wave. And if you haven't already, get on that damn Scudetto bus, because we are champions of Italy and Pioli is on fire. So again, guys, subscribe on YouTube, post notifications, turn them on. We're not always on YouTube, but we're trying to put out some more content hopefully in the future. So definitely stick with us and catch our podcast on all your favorite podcasting platforms, and follow us at the Calcio guys on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. That's it for me. Have a listen to the rest of these videos, and sempre Forza Milan. Ciao ragazzi.
Hey guys, the Calcio guys, this is Stevie P from Milan Weekly Podcast. Future President Adriano told me that I have 2 minutes to send you guys a message about Milan's 19th Scudetto win. Guys, a lot of emotions, 11 years of very tough soccer watching, especially for someone who comes from the 90s and saw all the glory. Guys, I want to say thank you for all you do for Serie A and the content. Adriano, I missed you this weekend, but I was with you guys in spirit. Guys, look at these beautiful players, Kaká, Shevchenko, that's what we went through. Now we have a new group of young studs. Guys, Forza Milan, all the tears of Inter, Napoli, Roma fans, we drink them all this weekend. Champagne everywhere. Forza Milan, siamo campioni d'Italia! Forza Milan!
Hey guys, Vinny from Milan Weekly Podcast. As you could see, still no voice. Was asked by Adriano and the guys to talk about what this Scudetto meant for me. You know, from 11 years ago to now, I think it's the roller coaster of emotions, the ups, the downs, and, you know, people don't seem to understand what it means to this kind of passion that we have. And, you know, looking at all these videos, looking at from around the world, us at Milan Club Montreal, like hugging and kissing complete strangers, and what ties us together is the red and the black. This has meant so much to me. And I don't want to think about, well, what's the precedent you're setting now, Milan? You're back on top. The banter here is, I don't want to think about that. I just want to take this in. And, you know, it's, nobody believed. Nobody believed in us. And most Milanisti didn't believe, right? A lot of us jumped on the Scudetto bus, as I like to call it, at the last. In the end, some of us, as Stevie P, jumped on after the 3-0 final, 3-0 game final whistle. But honestly, if you take a look at the roundtable we had yesterday and all these, I'll call them Milan family, Milan brothers, which we've, you know, we have this bond, Milan brothers and sisters. This Scudetto means so much, and I want to bottle up this feeling inside of me. Because I think, you know, if you're winning it every single year, I'm sure it's a much more different feeling, but 11 years and we never abandoned ship. So I love you, Milan. I will always love you. And that's not me crying, that's my voice cracking, but I'm not ashamed. As I said yesterday, I did weep. I wept like a little baby. Forza Milan, always.
So, how I felt about the Scudetto, like I'll be honest, I wasn't one of those that was on the bus. I was kind of nervous the whole time. thinking that, we'd fuck it up. Maybe it has to do with the hockey team I love. But Milan's not like the hockey team I love. They actually win when it matters. But this Scudetto to me means a lot in the sense that when we won in 2011, I was used to seeing my team win. I didn't think that was going to be the last major thing they won for 11 years. I knew the team was rebuilding. I knew the team was retooling. I knew the team wasn't going to be that Champions League 3 finals in 7 years type of thing. But I didn't believe it was going to become what it became. I didn't think it was going to become the circus that it became. So when we won this title on Sunday, it meant the world to me because it's a feeling I honestly thought I was gonna have to wait another 10 years. Like, a few years ago with that Fassone Mirabelli fiasco and all that spending of money, like that urge came back. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna do something. And instead they bought 9 bidoni, and like 2 of them were decent, and one of them left on a free to arrival, and the other guy's leaving this year. But all in all, this Scudetto is very special to me, including the fact that, when we won all the other ones, I wasn't in the Milan Club. So I was celebrating with maybe 2 people and not having a group chat to look at and have such a good time with everybody. And that's what Milan is. It's a family, and we're a family. And, you look at the celebrations around the world, you look at the celebrations in Milan, and it's just beautiful to see that we're back to winning something of importance. And I hope next year we get that second star, because it'll be fucking glorious to put that in our cousins' faces. Forza Milan, sempre. Alright? Ciao, boys.
Siamo noi, campioni dell'Italia, siamo noi. 11 years. 11 big years, but AC Milan is back on top. The Rossoneri gets it done. What a feeling to see it here on the beach. Couldn't ask for more. I mean, what can I say? Ibrahimovic, the GOAT, walks on the field. Theo Hernandez, Mike Magna, better than Donnarumma in my opinion. Big hot take there. But the big star, Rafael Leao, came up big this season. Him and Giroud, unbelievable. Just beautiful to see. Low budget team. Paolo Maldini came in, changed his team around, and now people want to come back and play for us. And that's all you can really ask for. Just love to see it all over. And honestly, to get it done against Inter on the last day and to see them on the bench shitting their pants, unhappy, Hakan, what can you say? It's just amazing. Alright, Forza Milan forever, and we get it done next year. We go further in the Champions League, and we keep on building back to the top where we're at. Alright, bravo ragazzi. Calcio guys, love you boys. Alright, ciao.
Campione dell'Italia siamo noi, siamo noi, siamo noi, i campioni dell'Italia siamo noi, siamo noi, siamo noi, i campioni dell'Italia siamo noi.
Hello to Nick, Johnny, Adriano, all the listeners of the Calcio Guys podcast. Franco Zagari, Milan Club New York City. Just here to talk a little bit about the Scudetto, and just incredible feeling for Milan fans all across the world heading into the match. Coming down to the last day, anything can happen. Anything can happen with Milan, as we've seen over the last decade. Anything can happen against Sassuolo, as we've seen with Milan over the last decade. But for some reason, as the week moved on, it became less and less of a worry. And I think the second that match started, it was fairly evident who was going to win, or at least come out on top of the title race. The match, especially the first half, Milan was so dominant. It was truly a pleasure to watch. It's a great way to end the season. The season overall is just magical. It's just magical. Very, very tough to put into a very, brief summary, but this team was special. This team was special. You keep hearing them say it in interviews on their self-worth and sense of belief that their coach instilled in them, and their veteran leaders, guys like Ibrahimovic, Giroud, Florenzi. Those are pieces that really help this team believe in themselves. And as the games went on, I think that belief started to become true amongst all of us. I think that stretch of the last 5, 6, 7 games that Milan played was truly incredible. We really couldn't have asked for more. We really could not have asked for more from Milan in that final stretch of games that people were ready to count them out. People were ready for them to drop points somewhere. At once that Inter made-up game was over, the Campionato was over, and instead this team showed some true resilience, some true grit, and self-belief, and it's an incredible feeling, for our club. It was one of the greatest moments in the history of our club, and we were so fortunate to share it with so many people at our home bar. I know some people have seen pictures and video and stuff, and just no image that's online right now does that moment justice. It was just one of those things you had to be there for. On a personal level, what does it mean? It's so hard to put into words. It's everything. It's everything. It's everything that we do as a club. It's everything that I put my personal time into as a club, but simply just as a fan. This is why you're a fan of the team, to see your team win. And after a long time, sometimes it's just a little more special. But I'm especially happy for the younger generation of Milan fans. I'm fortunate enough to be 39 years old. I grew up right in the right time of Milan fandom, so to speak. But for a kid who's 15, 16, 17 years old, this is like the first real one. They might remember the one in 2011 if they're 17, 18, 19, even early 20s. But this is like the first one that really means something to the younger generation of Milan fans, and I'm really happy for them, because they could have chosen to go a different path based on the way that some of the past years have gone for Milan, and they haven't. And now they're reaping the rewards too. So congratulations to all Milan fans worldwide. We did it. Siamo campioni d'Italia. That is it. Signing off. I almost made it through this without tripping all over my words. Not doing another take. Love you guys. Hope to talk to you soon. Ciao. Have a great off season. Arrivederci.
Yo guys, just sending in this video for the Calcio guys and your podcast to discuss Milan Scudetto win. Just wanted to kind of explain my sentiments, I guess, that you guys wanted. So basically, heading into the final match day, I was absolutely as calm as I ever been. I'm usually not. I'm usually a nervous wreck before a lot of games, including the derby, matches against Juve, even Lazio games, for example, as well. Even though I was pretty calm about that one because Leao's just been destroying them. But for me, I was so calm ahead of the Sassuolo match. There were 7 to 8 changes that Milan had within the lineup that was going to assure a Scudetto victory. They absolutely throttled them, and looking back on it in hindsight, I'm happy I was right about that one. I was wrong about Milan winning the title this season because I didn't actually anticipate it this year. I thought they would do it next season, and I am still confident about it next season as well, especially if they add the proper players in certain positions. But for me, I think it's the greatest joy I've had as a fan since 2007, especially getting that revenge on Liverpool, but just the culmination of kind of where football, socially has gone and culturally in the past 10 or so years, and Milan not being at the height of it anymore, and kind of us taking a back seat to some of these other clubs that don't even have the historical, significance that Milan does. And it was always rough as a fan to kind of just like sit there and say, yeah, we were once great, but now we are great again. And for me, that's just the greatest joy of a fan, because I never left their side, and many others didn't, including some of you guys and our other friends. And for me, I'm just so happy overall with what has happened. Number 19 is the sweetest of my life, and I'm going to cherish it for a long time.
I had all the confidence in the world heading into this game against Sassuolo that Milan were going to get it done. I've seen them overcome adversity time and time again the entire season, between injuries, between positive COVID tests, between not having the January market that fans had hoped for, given how close we were and how much we were involved in a title race here with the rivals Inter. Getting through everything, overcoming it, getting to the final stretch run where they managed to pull out some very key victories and going 16 unbeaten to end the season. I had all the confidence, I had no doubt about it, that we were going to become champions, given the form of Rafael Leao, given how strong we've been defensively, how sound in the midfield we have been as a group, and just finding ways to put together winning efforts top to bottom. I knew we were going to do this. I felt genuinely confident that we were going to get number 19, and from the onset, from the moment this match started, opening whistle sounded, Milan were unrelenting, going forward, creating chances, knocking on the doorstep of Sassuolo, and eventually I knew their goals were going to come. Sure enough, it's Rafael Leao with 3 first-half assists, 2 goals from Olivier Giroud, the third coming from Franco as a parting gift. And at that point, at halftime, you can kind of get ready to celebrate the 19th Scudetto in club history. And sure enough, they were able to do it. The fans are reaping the benefits of this, and all the years of sticking by this team through some really dark times. This is such a reward. This is such a moment of ecstasy, of joy that, you know, fans can really rejoice around and get excited about, because this only is the beginning for what could be a special time in club history for the Rossoneri. Forza Milan.
Ciao ragazzi, this is Richard Carmen from Serie A Sitdown. I want to give a big shout out to the Calcio guys for letting me come on here, give my Milan joyous moment here for a minute, right? First of all, what a win, right? Forza Milan, absolutely. First, so my feelings, oddly enough, were like the game against Atalanta. Many people were worried. I wasn't worried. I was oddly calm with how things may pan out, right? I was like, you know what? It is what it is, you know. Milan, if they really want this, they're going to have to earn it. And they came out to Atalanta, they won that game. So I felt pretty confident in this one, right? Yes, Sassuolo is a huge bogey team for Milan. By the way, I'm here out in Florida, USA. Look at this freaking golf course behind me. What the heck? Anyway, I digress. Yeah, you know, going into the Sassuolo matchup, I wasn't too worried. I thought Milan would come out hungry. They came out hungrier than I thought they would, right? I thought it would be good, it would be tight, but, you know, Milan would get the job done. Keep a shutout. They did keep a shutout, but man, that first half was fantastic. I mean, 2 goals by Giroud. Who else, right? Leao, 3 assists in the first half. Franco, what a way to send it off, right? Just a fantastic game overall. Didn't have to score in the second half. I got to see Zlatan. You know, got to see Romagnoli come on as the captain, lift the trophy. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. I mean, it's been 11 years since Milan won the Scudetto. Yeah, it's just amazing time. I'm glad that they won. I'm super happy that they won. But yeah, I can't say enough. I'm just smiling. Yeah, I kind of left my boy Frank hanging there in the last podcast by coming here to Florida. But like I said, I wasn't worried. So I was like, you know, I'm going to take vacation. It's okay. It's fine. Milan has this. Frank has this. The Calcio guys, they have it. But yeah, I'm going to have a fantastic summer here, winning the Scudetto here and just relaxing, enjoying it up. I'm not going to be on the golf course the whole time, but I'll do my best. But yeah, thank you boys at the Calcio guys for letting me come on here for 2 minutes. If you want to follow me, at SerieA Sitdown, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you name it, we're there. We're on YouTube, follow us on YouTube. But give a shout out to the Calcio guys. Big ups for thank you for letting me come on here and say a couple minutes here, praising Milan and their victory here. So from Florida, USA, all the way to Montreal, Canada. Shout out boys, peace, and have a good summer.
Hey guys, and thank you so much for having me on the channel. I'm Stef from Sempre Milan. Look, I was asked to explain what winning the Scudetto means to myself, and it means honestly the world. I've just finished recording my video now, and I've just like the excitement of the moment that we're living in right now as Milan fans is just an all-time high. We're just so proud of the club. We're so proud of the trajectory it's gone in such a short space of time. Obviously, we look back to the 5-0 loss to Atalanta, and we think in 2.5 years how this club has evolved, and the players and the characters coming into it, and the characters that have been developed in the club has just been something that's just been simply incredible to watch as a fan. And finally, I'm hoping that we are back. We are back at the top of Italian football, and we can keep ourselves going there. I'm just so happy. And any Milan fan around the world is happy right now at this moment. I've just been on cloud nine since Sunday. I've been enjoying every game of this season because I just feel like this Milan club is something to be so proud about. As a fan, I love the identity. I love the hard work. I love the coach. I love everyone who resembles this club. This is honestly the best time to be a Milan fan. And I'm just so excited to see where we go. And if that means Ibra staying, I want to keep his character at the club. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so happy right now as a Milan fan. It means everything to win the league. Honestly, if you asked any Milan fan a couple of years back, was this possible? They'd say absolutely not. Going through the Banter era, going through all the characters in the Banter era, whether it's coaches, ownership, players, fake ownership, money being wasted. It's something that it was just impossible to conceive because it was something that seemed so far away, because it required structure, it required an identity, it required characters who knew the club and the shirt. And now we have that with people like Paolo Maldini, Ibrahimovic, even the backroom staff of Dida and Bonera. There's structure in place, and I'm hoping it continues regardless if it's with new management or not. So yeah, guys, that's how I feel right now as a Milan fan. So kicking it back to you guys, honestly, thank you for having me on. So proud as a Milan fan. Forza Milan.